my design for you is that you live eternity. So yes, you will die here on earth, but you live in eternity. It's never easy to deal with. Birth, death, marriage are some of the most difficult subjects to talk about in the world that we live in. But God has made a plan. He has made us plainly know that, yeah, every human being who's alive today will die at one stage. But no, that's not the end. The beginning is just the beginning of a new transition of life. It's painful because then, there's separation. I lost my parents. I still think about them so fondly. Every time I see a photo, I might have a tear of my mom. Oh, mom, I miss you. And that's tough. But in the present consciousness, I begin to plan, how do I move on from here today? How do I move on to tomorrow? How do I move on to achieve all the things that God has possibly planned for me? After you've planned, you must do. Test possible solutions. Begin to look at what are the possible solutions to this situation. What is it that I can possibly can come out of this? And so you can begin to make small steps. For example, you want a good garden. You start by planting one plant. So you can't just sit there and visualize a good garden and just hope and pray and declare and you just say, Lord, let there be a miracle of plants and everything like that. No. God has given us a mind, but he has also given us a reasoning capacity. He's given us common sense. So when I've contemplated about it, then I say, okay, I think I want an evergreen plant. So I go around and look and say, what are the plants that never grow dry? I buy one, I put it there, and then I start watering. Guess what? By next year, it's grown, it's flourishing, and it's probably influencing or giving birth to a shoot. And guess what? My garden grows. So I've got to do something. Test the possible solutions that God has got for your life. And then number 3, check, verify effectiveness. So every time you are planning, you activate the planning into action, you do the action, and then you review whether what you're doing is working or it's not working. So perhaps sometimes in life, you may be doing several checks on just one thing to see what's working best. This is best personified in relationships with one another. There will be people that we love, people we like, people we get along with, and then people we don't get along with. So you need to be always thinking, okay, what kind of personalities, what kind of characters, what kind of shapes or sizes of people do I get along with? So you're always trying. It's never one size fits all. But if you don't try, then you never get to know. So you need to be able to be checking on every choice that you make or on every action that you're doing to see, is it working or it's not working? And then lastly, implement the best option. So you've thought about it, you've planned, you've tested, you've verified, and then you implement the best option. In Star Leadership Academy, they'll probably call this design thinking. And that's continuous improvement. So you're looking at your life and you're saying, this is what I will improve. Just like health issues or dietary issues. Leaving carbohydrates may work for me, but it may not work for Miss O, for example, when it comes to dietary issues. So I've got to try what works for me. Is it protein? Is it carbohydrates? Is it greens? Is it fat? What is it that works for me? So that is the plan for continuous success.